WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones.
And I am Michelle Broughton.
And this is the program, of course, that folks are watching, listening to all around the world, Michelle. And that's not Michelle. It's, how do you say your name?
Michelle Broughton.
Michelle Broughton.
That's right. It's M-I, not M-A.
Okay. And family, we invite you to call us from anywhere in the world. And I tell you what, why don't we just get into the program, because we have a very special guest that on the phone is ready to go. And of course, all around the world on Roku, Amazon, Apple, and YouTube, and cable channel 90. And well, let's do it this way. On a Wednesday, when it's a Wednesday, that is your Talk Beat Jones Day. We're on the air from 10 to 11. Any other days, I have no idea. Hopefully we play some other time, because I want you to know on Sundays, the program at the station is doing big things. They're now having movies and all great things in the evenings. So our programs on Sunday has been moved. So no more, but it's okay. Talk to my dad, it's okay. In California, he said, son, we'll follow you whatever time, whatever day you're on the air. And that kind of brought me down. I was a little motivated. Now it's like, okay, who do we try to get to watch us in all these different areas? Leave it up, please. All these other areas, so I can hear. I always tell the people at home, turn it up, because what? I can't hear the whisper. You are watching and listening to the Talk Beat Jones. There are things going on, but I tell you what. Why don't we bring on a fantastic person and let her just take it over and tell us who she is and what she's going to talk to us about. Hello, who am I talking to, and where are you calling us from? Talking to you. Stacy?
Hello. I'm sorry.
I know I know it's 7 o'clock in your part of town. Talk to me.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Stacy Ho.
Mm-hmm.
I am from Oakland, California. There's a coming in, echoing. But I can speak on several topics. So this morning I will speak to what
Hold on just a moment. Tim, did I ask for the volume to be up out here? I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Mm-hmm. Oh, Stacy, if you're on the speakerphone, that won't work. Stacy?
Okay. Hello? Yes.
Okay, no, you're not on the speakerphone, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the breakdown.
Okay, talk to me now.
So, yes, I am from Oakland, California. I am a book author, recording artist. I have the Breast Cancer Foundation, the Sharon Randolph Foundation.
Michelle, you also interested in working out and stuff, right?
Yes, I am, because we have to get better. We have to be well, family.
Mm-hmm.
So anything I can learn to do to be better, greater, and the best that I can be, and to help my community, because I also share it with my neighbors. Even my seniors love to move, because that's what it's all about, walking, going up and down the steps. Of course, if you can do jumping jacks and push-ups and pull-ups, we want to do better, yes.
All right, let's try you again, Stacy, see if we can get a clearer.
Hello?
Yes. Talk to me now. Let's try it again.
Okay. I was listening to talk about moving around.
Okay. We're going to need to go to a commercial break, please.
Okay.
Tim, let's go to a commercial break, please.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. Okay, this again is the Talk Beat Jones, and again I am Billy E. Jones and
Michelle Broten.
all right, Michelle, let's go with you. And why don't you just take things and work it your own self, Michelle?
Well, I would like to say salutations to everyone. And what is going on in Detroit today? Detroit, Michigan. We have someone that's going to make an announcement, and then as citizens and homeowners and voters, we need to really pay attention and make sure that they are making good on their promises. Who am I talking about? What am I talking about? The city address today by Mayor Mike Duggan. We need to make sure that we listen to what is said, and we need to make sure that we make or impress upon Mike Duggan, the mayor, that he keeps those promises and those programs available to the citizens of Detroit. Now, they're making a lot of promises. It's budget time, and he's going to be saying a lot of things. Pay attention, watch, because some of us have to make sure that these things actually happen. So they say they have jobs. Wayne County announced yesterday, I was in a community meeting, that they now have jobs on every level. Both Wayne County and the city of Detroit are promising, even if it's at the beginning level or entry level, that you will not make less than $15 an hour.
Wow.
And I didn't know they made less because those jobs are really, really intense. Even if you're a secretary, it's very intense because you have to make sure that the information is correct, spelled correctly, and it is delivered to get out to the public so that we can understand what is going on in our county, what is going on in our city, our blocks, our neighborhoods, our associations, and what are the companies that are coming to Detroit that want the contracts. What are they promising? Are they going to make, of course, they're going to beautify downtown. Downtown Detroit, if you haven't been, is fabulous.
Yes, it is.
It's fabulous.
Yes, it is.
And I hope that when we go downtown, we're treated like we belong here. We contribute, because if you own or if you work in Detroit, you're paying taxes. Those are your tax dollars at work.
Michelle, did you say we have to act like we belong here? I mean,
No, I said I hope that they treat us like we are the original Detroiters. I'm hearing complaints lately that some of my brothers and sisters are not being treated fairly, whatever that is.
in downtownish.
Yes, downtown.
Even though, okay, I'm gonna let you go back, but I'm kind of confused.
You're not confused. You know exactly what I'm saying.
But I mean,
if I go downtown and I'm trying to go into this establishment and I don't look like they think they want me to look, all of a sudden there are no tables available. All of a sudden we don't have reservations, so you're not allowed, those kind of things. If you park in a particular place and the signage isn't right there, a couple of months ago they were towing our cars. That's a debacle downtown.
so this thing about all of these.
And in the neighborhood, because you do know about your car being towed illegally.
Okay, so in this city that's over 85% black, that have gone through all what has gone through, with downtown looking terrible. And so when they put all of those apartments or condominiums downtown and built all those places for more condominiums and refurbished all those places for condominiums, and we had all of those folks moving, even though they may have their parents or their other folks' addresses for insurance purposes, moving into those condominiums downtown where they don't have to actually do anything but walk around downtown. And we talked a few years ago about the fact that after a certain time it was no black folks per se downtown. Are you saying that now that we've got this beautiful downtown and people are coming from all over and all these businesses are coming to be established downtown, is for the folks who are in those condominiums, and that black folks who are going there really don't have places to park, and when they're parking they really don't have place they can walk into like they used to be? I'm going to shut up and let you talk. I'm just confused and I'm shocked.
Shouldn't be confused, and you definitely shouldn't be shocked. I'm just telling the family, pay attention to what's going on in our communities. That's what I'm saying. The other key word that they throw around quite loosely is affordable housing. Affordable for whom? Affordable for whom? It should be income housing, because everybody's income is different, is diverse for sure. So when they say affordable housing, questions should be, what are the guidelines? What's affordable? What are you basing? Is it really income level, or is it the level that they think? Because sometimes you just pick up a paper, they think a 2-income household is $90,000. I want to know where. My neighbor to the left and my neighbor to the right. I mean, both parents are working 2 and 3 jobs and they still don't quite get to 90,000. So it's just one of those things. I'm just saying, people pay attention. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And all I can do is go,
So with that, for native Detroiters that have their homes or their parents have their homes, that's a pot of gold. We need to make sure that we stay in our homes. So there is a program the county treasurer is promoting, and it's called the HOPE program. And you have to fill out an application. Don't be intimidated by it. There are people out there, I'm out there, helping you to fill out this long, it's at least 10-page application, so that you are allowed to stay in your home. These are residents that are in trouble with their taxes, and they will repossess your house, or your house can go into foreclosure, is the word, foreclosure. We don't want that to happen. There are many programs out there to help you stay in your home.
And that's for renters as well, correct?
Renters is a different program. See, a renter, if you're renting that place, you don't own it. So if the owners lose the place, that's a whole nother ball game.
But if you are a person that's in a home or apartment that you are behind
In taxes?
and no, if you're behind
Okay.
in your payments, in your rental payments, I thought I heard them say that you have a situation where there's a place that you can seek help as well.
There is, but that's not the program I'm working on.
Okay.
I'm working on people we're talking about, what I started talking about was
Okay.
our neighborhoods
Okay.
and how they're treating us. And then I went over to, we need to keep our homes.
Okay.
They are a pot of gold because you have people coming from China, Australia, England, buying up blocks of homes. And it's the land. A senior told me it's the land. They don't care about our houses. They want the land because they have a long-term plan, and we better find out about that. She was in the Virginia Park area, and there is a company that wants to just come and eat up more of the land. But people have been there 50, 60 years, and they own their homes. So we just have to make sure that they're able to keep their homes and their taxes are paid. That's what I'm working on.
Okay. You know, I guess because I've been listening to Maureen Taylor and Michigan Welfare Rights, and they bring in all those programs, and I'm saying this because I'm sure some folks say, oh, is that the same program? And I needed you to clarify that we're talking two different things.
You brought that up. I was talking about one thing.
One thing.
I need you to stay in your home. We are having a clinic. If somebody knocks on your door, don't be afraid. They are actually there to help you. Eric Chabris, who is your Wayne County treasurer, have people that are willing and able to help you fill out that application. What you would need is ID,
Okay.
identification,
Okay.
and identification of everybody in the home.
Okay.
If they're school-aged children, you need a report card, because on the report card is the address where that child resides or live. You need the deed, a registered deed that is in your name that proves that you own the house and you're the one that is in jeopardy of losing the house.
Okay.
And proof of income, whatever it is. Because some people are retired, so that's their retirement. Some people are on Social Security.
Okay.
That is their income. And what other income that they may have, that's what you need. And we have to fill out this long application, send it in. The deadline is, well, my deadline. Now, yesterday I got a different number, but March the 14th, you don't want to turn it in later than March the 14th. So we're coming up real close to that date. The county treasurer, who is Eric Chabris, said the cutoff date was the 30th of March. It's still too short. So if you are in this situation, there is help so that you can stay in your home. It's yours. You need to keep it. It's worth so much more than any of us could ever imagine. And there are programs to help you stay in your home that you own, that you have a deed to, and that probably you've paid. I met a lady. She was over 88 years old.
Wow.
And she lost her husband, and her children are no longer here. It's just her. And I said, well, that's egregious, and you have to write that down. We're going to fill out this paper because you've been paying taxes for over 60, 70 years. This is your home, and you need to stay in your home. She is not interested going into a gated community. She still plants flowers. She cuts her own grass. She is very able-bodied, but just income. Sometimes, things happen, and we have to tell our story so that we can get help. Not be embarrassed, but get help so that we can stay in the home that we love and we own in our neighborhood where we're familiar with.
I listened to Mr. Eric Chabris, and help me, because I'm being like the people sitting home and asking these crazy questions and trying to have you help me to understand. I thought he said that even if you're not now, is this the same program that you're going to talk about, or you're working on?
I don't know what you're saying yet.
Okay.
Explain yourself.
Okay. I'm trying to work through this. I believe that he said that if you apply, just by making the application, that will delay any action on your deed or on that situation for a year.
That is the verbiage. So they won't, because they know that you are in some need of assistance. And if you don't qualify for the HOPE program, there are other programs, and some people have other relatives that may even pay the taxes or help you get in a tax payment program. So this will hold up you, so you won't lose your property April 1st. April 1st, everybody's, if it's April, it's too late. It's just too late.
Okay.
So yes, it kind of put a break on that process for you, but you need to take care of business.
So you got to do it during the time period that you're speaking on.
Right. Like now, some people started in December because they have known that they were in trouble and they needed help with their taxes. Some people didn't know. So we're trying to help those and bring them up to speed so that they can get the help that they need to stay in their home.
Okay, so the bottom line is, if tell people, don't throw up your hands.
No.
Don't get scared.
Nope.
That there is help.
Yes.
All you've got to do is do what?
Fill out the application.
And this clinic is going to be when?
Well, we are going around, and I'm specifically your Honorable Councilwoman Mary Waters decided to go around robin because she's at large city councilwoman. She loves you so much.
The waters run deep.
Yes, they do. And we have been on the west side. We have been on the east side. And so this Friday, we are in the middle of Detroit, sort of. And we will be in the Bridging Community Center. And that's 6900 McGraw. And some people know where McGraw is located because we had a famous boxing ring on that area. And that was Kronk's.
Kronk.
Yes. So that's where we will be from 10:30 to 1:30.
Shout out to Thomas Hearns.
Yes. One of my favorite people. To help people fill out these applications. We've been knocking on doors. I personally have been knocking on doors, over 300 doors. Because I start in the morning and I stop about 4. And we don't take breaks. We try to knock on doors to tell you. If not, we'll put a door hanger on. We put the information on. People get it. So that you're able to have the information timely. We're out there knocking doors. We're answering questions and trying to do the best we can so that you can stay in your home.
Okay. Anything else for us?
There's lots of things going on.
Well, let's talk about it. Let you talk. You've been gone. I want you to talk because this is your time. You're dressed in that power, beautiful red. You're looking gorgeous. Folks want to hear your voice. Folks want to hear your information. And so I want to have a chance to hear from you. We got about 4 minutes before I take our commercial break. And I want people to get a chance to hear you because I'm not sure how many times we're going to see you in a row. I'm just happy. I'm sitting back and relaxing, chilling.
Yes. Well, part of that was we have to take care of ourselves. Let's go back to the health part. It was 2 years. It was COVID. They shut down everything. You couldn't go to the dentist. You couldn't go to the eye doctor. You couldn't even go get a physical. They wanted you to stay home. They closed everything down. Everybody was scared because COVID was really, really taking us out. I mean, like an assassin, a quiet assassin. And even the physicians at first didn't know what was going on. And we have been losing. We've lost many, many heroes and sheroes.
That's right.
So in the meantime, we're home, but we still have things that need attention. Those that needed to be on dialysis. Those that need to have their medication for whatever the ailments are. In our community, it's usually high blood pressure or diabetes or something. People have asthma that needed to be addressed. In the meantime, I needed to go to the dentist, and they were so afraid. They just started having us come into the dentist's office. In the meantime, over 2 years, there was a filling that fell out. So when the filling falls out, there's an issue. And I ended up having to have a root canal. And in case you don't understand, that is surgery. And when they do a root canal, they have to go all the way in. They have to go all the way down into your jaw. They have to remove the nerve.
If you're skimmish, turn your volume
Then
down.
they have to then they have to clean that area. Then they have to check to make sure you haven't, that the bacteria and the decay did not also go into the jaw, because then that's extra surgery. They have to go in, clean it out, then they have to medicate it. Then your face swells up like this and you look like,
Oh,
for
stop.
real.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I had to take off so that I could heal. And then they have to pack it. You have to wait a couple of weeks. Then they have to unpack it, check it again, go way down in there and do what they do, clean it out.
I'm
Then they
skimmish.
have to dry it out. Then they have to put in all of the things that they need to put in, which are steel rods, maybe not steel, maybe some type of metal. I was asking for gold, but however. And
So-
then they have to cap it. So that is a process in itself. And sometimes you can't talk.
Now, Michelle, let me just do this real quickly. I'm talking in quips. I'm down in the microphone real good because I want to say to folks who don't understand how to use those electric toothbrushes, young and are older, that those electric toothbrushes, your teeth, when you take those electric toothbrushes and you say, I'm going to get all down here, and I'm down here. Well, if you mess around and you're irritating, you're scratching your gums, guess what? I'm down in the microphone because up in about 3 days, I had this jaw was like, swole. It's still swollen. And this, I'm difficult speaking somewhat, but I needed to be here. The jaw, I knew it wasn't a tooth problem. And I had to try to use my special stuff. And it was working, it's working. But I tell you, it's not a good thing to use those electric toothbrushes on your gums, especially when you're trying to get down and don't do that. You irritate your gums, and then you'll be in a situation where, and what she's talking about, except it's not your tooth, it's down in your gum. So, talk to me. You got me all.
At least it wasn't a root canal. How about that? But family, please, now that the dentist's office is open, go make your appointment, because you don't want to go through that. But you do need to take care of yourself and have everything checked out. And if you have glasses like I do, and you still can't see out of them, that means you need to go to eye doctor.
Well, I tell you, it's a rough time, because if you're not really vigilant in taking care of your teeth and your mouth, that leads to a lot of other problems with your health. And we're going to talk about health and talk about the situation in terms of what we're going to do about making you feel better, get better. We're going to talk about the liquid biocell, but first, I wanted to bring in real quickly about the lemon burn. On this lemon burn, you see a commercial, and you see the people there on the commercial talking to you about how wonderful, how great this product is. One of those persons is LaWanda, and the other person is Mr. R.J. Watkins. Mr. Watkins is the owner of the TV 33 operation here, this TV station. So I want you to know, when you're seeing this product placed in the commercial, and you see LaWanda, and you see Mr. R.J. Watkins, LaWanda is the star of Fake Friends that is produced, executive produced, and starring Mr. R.J. Watkins as well. Of course, on Fake Friends, he's not Mr. R.J. Watkins himself. He has a character. So he's doing some outlandish things, and he'll tell you, oh, this is not R.J. Watkins. This is the character. This is the character. And the program comes on from 6 to 8 on Wednesday nights. So I want you to understand, when you see and hear about the lemon burn product, And of course, you hear Minister Malik Shabazz. He talks about it, gives you all the ingredients, and he gives you his cat, the cat thing. This is a wonderful, great product. So the product is available. It's here at the station. You can call 313-868-6612 and come down and pick up your.
And it tastes pretty good as well.
You've used it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that was before COVID. And trust me, it was working.
Yes.
But everything was closed and everybody stopped. And so now I have to reboot.
All right. Well, it's about that time to take the commercial break. And I want you to see these people that I'm speaking of, because LaWanda, let me do this real quick. Mr. R.J. Watkins is a star maker. He is a star maker. And if you want to be a star, you want to call, you want to come down, you want to talk to Mr. R.J. Watkins, he's showing you what he can do with fake friends, and his star person is Miss LaWanda. So when you see the commercial, think about it. See them from 6 to 8 on Wednesday nights. We'll take the commercial break and we'll be back after these commercial announcements. You wouldn't have to go anywhere, because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public, and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere, because this is the Talk Beat Jones. All right. We were talking during the break here a little bit, and I just wanted to kind of speak on this Women's Celebration Month. Can you help me just a little bit, Michelle?
Okay, February was Black History Month, and now we moved into March. And March is Women's Month. So women's history, women's celebration, and I'm an educator by trade. So somebody sent me this little thing, and I'm like, okay, was that good? Or what am I supposed to take from it? So back in 1915, when you were a teacher in 1915, they were mostly females, there was actually a rule or a law that you couldn't be married and be a teacher. And if you got married, they would release you or fire you from your job. And I said, oh, okay. That was Okay, so we've come a long way because teachers are allowed to be married. Teachers have families. And in my opinion, as a mom, you understand everything that it takes to educate a child because you know it's more than just in a classroom. You understand when little Johnny or little Susie is sitting in a desk and crying because you already know that maybe their parent rushed them to school, they didn't eat, so they're hungry, or they weren't able to sleep. As a parent, you know that there's something else going on with that child. And as a professional teacher, you're better equipped as a parent to adjust your classroom so that every child is comfortable and we can get back to teaching and learning. Also, women still, to this day, 2022, same job, are still not paid the same wages.
But are the women given a greater opportunity than in the past? Because I know that the black men, we have a problem in saying that our sisters are given a greater opportunity for upward mobility than black men.
Position, power, and economics are three different things. So you can have the position. So you can be a chief judge, and then there's a white comrade that's a chief judge. You can better believe that that white male is making a whole lot more money than a black female.
Okay.
You can also be in any type of corporation. And when you put the checks next to each other, the man always still will make more money than that female counterpart. You can do the research and you can fact check it. And why their little half-baked answer is
half baked.
even though we know different, is the male is the head of the household and he has to take care of the family. Today, the female is the head of the household, many times taking care of her family, her parents' family, if she's married, her husband's family, and if he lost his job, she has to take care of her husband.
Ooh.
Who is the head of the family? It's usually the black female.
Okay. So, wow.
Yeah.
You're throwing things out there that a lot of us hadn't had an opportunity to equate.
But we see it every day. We see it every day. And it's just equity. It needs to be equal. And it's not.
So that goes back to the old theory about, in terms of black men and looking at our black women who may be in a position making more money, greater position.
But if they're married, you're a team. And in my household, it doesn't make a difference because the money comes to one pot. We are married. We have the same bills. We have the same children we have to raise. So it's about combination and it's the household. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. And it doesn't matter. As long as you're bringing in the bacon and he's bringing in the bacon, it's just bacon.
Well, let's see if we can bake. And I'm trying to see if I can get Minister Malik Shabazz on the line, and that's who I'm trying to get. And I'll see if the phones are ready for Minister Malik Shabazz. Minister, is that you? Hello?
Hello?
Minister?
Hello?
Minister
Hello?
Malik? Yeah, okay. Minister Malik, I'm looking for you to call, try to get in. So that was a problem there, too. Okay, where we are now, since we're talking about women and women power, etc., Britney Spears, not Britney Spears.
Oops. I don't know about that one.
The jawline got me. The jawline got me. The young lady who plays basketball, Brittany, somebody may call and let me know, forget the last name again. She's about 6'8". That WNBA star, playing in Germany as well.
With two gold medals.
Yeah, that's another thing. It seems like all the ladies, to make what you're speaking on, the money, they are playing in the WNBA, and then they have to play across in the other leagues during the off seasons. just to try to make money.
Right. That's my point.
Now,
That's a very valid point.
now she has been detained or whatever in Russia because she had this vaping stuff in her luggage.
I have two questions. First of all, is that the first time? Second of all, is it a ploy? Are they using her as a pawn? You know, because I'm quite sure if it wasn't a plant and they did that on purpose, then it's not the first time. Athletes do a lot of things because they're usually in pain and it's usually forgiven. So I guess this time Putin or whoever they are, because of the war, wanted to pull us in, which we got it. We got the information. I'm saying I don't think that is the first time if it's not planted on her. Because when you go overseas, many things happen. My son couldn't play for the NBA, so he went to China and he went everywhere else, you know, in those little minor leagues until his father said, no, son, you need to come home. Things are happening, because he has friends that are Marines, and of course they have different information than we do. So my child had to come home, and he's doing other things. He's a computer programmer. But for those that need to work, that are over there, we have to be cautious, because again, I don't really think, I think that they are using her. And why now? Why now? And they detained her, I believe it was for 2 or 3 weeks before we even found out about it. So think about that.
Well, the thing is that when we say we, I'm sure that the officials knew about it, because this is the one of the top players in the WNBA, and so I'm sure that her agent would have known, and therefore the league would know. And I'm curious as to what steps that will be made in terms of trying to obtain her release. We do know that your freedom is not guaranteed in Russia. We do know that they can hold her. They can be real nasty about the situation. So we bring it out so that you get the word, family. Like your son was fortunate to have a father say, son, get home. This thing is not working even then. So, folks, if you have your daughters playing in WNBA and they're in these different leagues across the seas, what type of advice as a mother would you give to those ladies? Michelle.
Well, being a mother with a son who had that experience is hard, because you know why? They're following their dream. So you have to look at that too. They have a skill, they have a skill set, and this particular lady holds 2 gold medals. 2. So she's the best at what she does. Unfortunately, they wouldn't pay her in the United States. You have to live, you have to eat, you have to provide shelter. So you have to go where you have to go. But when things are unstable, and maybe they didn't take the warning serious, you have to leave. Because I believe it was a couple of weeks ago, the United States or the embassy over in those countries, if you are American, please leave. Leave. And because we haven't been in a war-torn state, even though we are financially, it's probably a little bit hard to hear that information. So I'm going to stay one more day. I'm going to play one more game because I need to make this money. I have bills to pay.
You got it.
I got bills to pay. And they're not going to listen to a parent because you ain't making this kind of money. I am. And I might be helping you. And so you're telling me to stop doing what I'm doing? How are we going to pay the bills? It's a hard road to toe. And when you have children, and if they are helping you, they don't listen to you because now they are the conservative over your life if they're helping you financially, and they're the adult and they are seasoned. And it's just hard. It's just really hard, but you hate to lose your people in another country. because it's harder to get them out.
You know, so we have all of these ladies that the point is we have all of these ladies from the WNBA that have all these contracts. They're playing in all of these various leagues, and they're scattered out, and they really can't just say, well, okay, I quit. You have a certain...
It's their job.
It's their job. Thank you.
It's their job.
And they're taken care of. I remember I lived in an area where there was a home. Is that your phone?
I think so.
Turn it off, please. And so the person that had the home was playing in the WNBA, and the young man was living in the home, so everything was being taken care of from the lady's perspective. But you need to get the word out, family. If you got daughters that's playing in the WNBA and they're going across playing in the other leagues right now, especially the Russian. I said, she's playing in Russia?
They play all over.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
But she is definitely in trouble. You know, and speaking of trouble, not so much just about the war, but I'm looking at the folks who are leaving the Ukraine, the women and the children. They say that over 1 million plus have left Ukraine. Women and children, families, fathers, boyfriends left behind into a total different country, a total different perspective. Fathers, boyfriends will be killed. They will not be reunited with their wives and children. Those wives and children are in another land. What's to become of them? How will they be assimilated into those countries or to these countries? And what's going to happen to what is called the Ukraine population? Will they now have to start dating other folks in time? Because they say in time everything is healed. I don't understand, as we're looking for not just what's happening now, but what's going to happen to these families as time moves on. I'm saddened in looking at the breakup of all of the family units. It seems that people in Ukraine were very, very strong in terms of their families and their love for their countries. So I just can't imagine the idea that this whole race of folks is going to have to make an adjustment because their husbands and their fathers and their boyfriends, they're now showing you where there is a couple that was only married a couple 2 or 3 weeks ago, per se. And the wife, now the new wife is there with her gun, with her husband, fighting together. It is just tremendous. However, I look at when we were having these type of fights in the African countries, we didn't have all this sympathy. We didn't have all this empathy. Not that it's something to say, ooh, but I'm just torn as I'm listening and I'm watching not just the devastation, but it breaks my heart to see any person, don't care the color, don't care the race, have to go through this type of tremendous heartache. But for people to say, yeah, the United States should put in that no-flight zone. Folks, you're playing into the Trump-Putin plan. Remember, the game is called chess. Remember, there were plans made long time ago. This situation was made because we're going into the potential election process. And all of these particular situations where the gas prices are going to be out crazy, the food supply is going to be out crazy. I had a person on the telephone, listening to a person on the telephone talking about he was out there wilding, getting Air Jordans, talking about the thugs. Now, there are going to be people out there wilding about the food because they are not going to, many folks will not be able to pay the prices of the food. So guess what? People will start attacking folks who can't afford it. trying to take your food. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So now you're going to have to be really careful, folks. Really careful. But all of that is affecting the potential election, because while all our attention is on the fighting, the different bills that are going through to try to take your right to vote is still going through. Check it out. Back to you, Michelle.
Right. So the thing would be, pay attention and don't get into the propaganda. I understand your sympathy, but however, our people on the African continent are still suffering. And the issue would be they don't take the cameras over there. Your news reporters don't tell their story. So they're suffering as well. And in Detroit, we have issues that they don't highlight. And we are also suffering because the people in Detroit are still trying to get their basements clean and cleared, and some still have water in their basements. And if the basement doesn't have water, it has mold. So I'm focused where I live, which is here. And I am also focused on my brothers and sisters in Africa. And that's where my attention is.
So that makes it taking care of being your folks' keepers. I also want to just do this. Again, this is Billy. I want to talk about real quickly these scams that's going on over Facebook. I have people that have tried to scam me, and I've talked to more people, and people have gotten scammed. There are folks who are using my picture to pass on to other folks, and they're asking them to contribute to a certain program or contact a certain agent. I've had people do that and send certain people that apparently they didn't know that I know them, their picture, to say that they are that person, and they ask you to contact this person to win, to get this money. Contact this agent and you can just automatically win or receive this money. Do not respond to any link that has a person that you go and do to check the profile and it says no work history, no school history, no nothing. You have nothing to identify with that person with who you think they are. Make sure you check the person's profile and you have the complete history before you do any type of contact or any type of business with whomever is trying to use that person's identity. I now have put on my page that I found that this is a fake page. If you can't go to me and see my entire history, do not respond. I repeat, do not respond to any other person trying to put a link on and say that they are Billy Jones. You know, there's so many, 4,000 whatever Billy Jones is. That's why I wanted people to always say Billy E. Jones. Then realize there's almost 4,000 Billy E. Joneses. So you have to be very careful when you are going through this Facebook type of thing and people responding to you. So be careful. The scams are out there. People are telling you, well, oh, I saw your name, and you're qualified. You're going to win $100,000 or more, and they're going to bring it to you in cash. Nothing to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not check on. Also, I was informed that, real quick, Michelle, talk 1 minute.
The message is just don't click on anything. Nothing's for free.
Okay. Cell phones are being scammed. You get called and get asked if you've been vaccinated or not. Then you're told to press 1 or 2 as an answer, and boom, all your banking information is accessed. People are losing money. This is an alert for you folks out there to know that the scams are in. Be very, very careful. Your terms are saying, we have a David Anderson, that's my buddy, running for office. So we have a David Anderson that's doing a scam using his picture. We have a Leo Brazil, person you hear with me, that has a Leo Brazil is doing a scam, but it's not our Leo. You have to be very careful again. Check the profiles. So if you see somebody asking you and using my picture, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. You will lose your money. Okay? Now, family, remember to Talk B. Jones. We're on the Wednesday time schedule, every Wednesday from 10 to 11. And Michelle, you want to say your goodbyes?
Stay healthy. See you soon.
And my mouth will be better next week, I'm sure. Bye-bye. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.